As a fellow Norwegian woman in STEM and someone who's fascinated by the inner workings of the brain, I was intrigued by May-Britt Moser's groundbreaking research. Therefore, I chose her for the biology role model project. Moser grew up on a small sheep farm on a Norwegian island, youngest of 5 children. Her mother had always wanted to pursue a career in the medical field, but had to stay home with the 5 kids and tend the farm while Moser's father worked as a carpenter. Therefore, her mother encouraged her to prioritize her academics, to avoid becoming a housewife, and to ultimately explore her curiosities. Moser was nicknamed the Professor by her friends and family throughout her childhood because of her passion for the natural world, specifically what causes animals to behave as they do. Nowadays, some of Moser's hobbies include hiking with her dog Fado, as seen in the picture on the left, and taking pictures of the beautiful flowers along the coast of Norway. And lastly, she enjoys spending time with her 2 daughters. Moser attended the University of Oslo for undergrad years, majoring in psychology, mathematics, and neuroscience because she had a passion for discovering various brain mechanisms, and that led her to meet her future husband and professional partner, Edvard Moser, seen in the picture on the right. Edvard and May-Britt Moser both attended the University of Oslo to receive their PhDs in neurophysiology, and eventually ended up working with John O'Keefe for a few months before they went to teach at the Norwegian University of Science and Technology in Trondheim, Norway. An obstacle that Moser faced was balancing raising her 2 daughters, Isabel and Elin, while also obtaining her PhD. So oftentimes she would bring her daughters to scientific meetings and to the lab. Moser's work is primarily focused on the brain's ability to recognize spatial awareness. Moser discovered the grid cells in the brain and how they play a role in producing a system of mental coordinates which allow animals to navigate their surroundings. According to one of numerous papers published by Moser, grid cells in the hippocampal and entorhinal cortices may determine how we perceive and remember our position in the environment, as well as the events we experience in that environment. Grid cells are composed of neurons, and neurons resemble other cells in that they contain a nucleus, an endomembrane system, and mitochondria, yet they are different from other cells due to their specialized intercellular electrical communication system with other neurons. Lastly, in 2014, May-Britt and Edvard Moser and John O'Keefe were awarded the Nobel Prize for Physiology or Medicine for discovering the network of cells that play an essential role in the brain's navigational system. Ultimately, Moser's discoveries allowed other scientists to explore new areas of cognitive processes and spatial problems related to human neurological diseases like Alzheimer's disease. One of her most recent publications was titled Coherence Among Head Direction Cells Before Eye Opening in Rat Pups, published in 2015. The goal of this research project was to determine if head direction tuning is exhibited before a rat pup's eyelids can open. As disclosed by Moser in her work, directional tuning develops before vision, and visual input serves primarily to anchor firing direction to the external world. The data collected on the head direction cells were collected via recording the neural activity of the rat pups in 3 different regions of the brain, 3 to 4 days before the eyelids are able to unseal themselves, and after a mini microdrive with 2 tetrodes were surgically implanted in each of the 14 rats. All in all, the team concluded that head direction cells are widely present in parahippocampal areas well before rat pups can open their eyes. Lastly, I admire Moser for powerful contributions to the male-dominated world of science, all while balancing her personal life with her research projects. This image displays her receiving the Nobel Prize in 2014, and her creatively crafted dress, equipped with beaded neurons, demonstrates how grid cells light up in the brain as they aid in determining an individual's position in space. I think it is inspiring how she displayed her research in that way. Although Edvard and May-Britt Moser divorced in 2016, they continue to work together as they founded the Center for the Biology of Memory and currently co-direct the Colby Institute for Systems Neuroscience. Moser is now currently a professor at the Norwegian University of Science and Technology in Trondheim, Norway. Here are my references. Thank you.